is about the salsa culture in Cali. For this, we have chosen two of the most iconic places of salsa culture in Cali. First, the Plazoleta Jairo Varela, and second, the Salsa Museum.
This is my beautiful Santiago de Cali, where the culture of salsa is reflected in the city and in the joy of its citizens. Even though salsa is not from here, we made it ours.
The salsa is compressed in the discos of acetato, the music that is made in Cuba and New York, in the port of Ferrocarril del Pacífico and in a store in Buenaventura. All in all, the salsa culture, autochthonous, is today more than ever an element of cohesion, union and identification to people from Cali, above social and economic difference. And before the word salsa was produced, Cali had already begun to read that legend today is identified as salsa capital of the world.
La Plazoleta Jairo Varela was named after the deceased composer and director of Grupo Nietzsche, who internationally our heaven subversity with the song Cali Pachanguero. This square has a large with pergola that provides shade. On this structure, a larger bile will slide over time, which will avoid the direct exposure to the sun of sun who pass by the place or take a few minutes of rest. The work of art located in front of the municipal administrative center camp. In the square there bears the name of the biggest icon of the South's Calenia in violence of war, Nietzsche, writing in the middle of the wine structure, which is a first song was ignited, but which invited the view of disappear with the supporters were the crowns and gave life to the Adam Cali Pachanguero front.
The mega project has retaining walls anchored in the basement adjacent to Avenida 4N between streets 10 and 11, which had to be built 3 meters away. This method was established to avoid the collapse of the 4N Avenue, through which circulated part of the vehicles that were diverted for the construction of the collapse of the Colombia Avenue. The Plazoleta is a scenario in which cultural events are held, since it is used for the enjoyment of Cali citizenship through environments dedicated to art and entertainment, which represent the richness of the city and its region, an attractive and playful landscape. In addition to being a meeting point of people who visit the area every day to use the service of food court, public toilets, and the stop of the Mio system. The Plazoleta Jairo Varela has 2 buildings in which the Cinema Forum, the Jairo Varela Museum, restaurants, shops, and 4 foods islands are located. In this place lies the mural Chontaduro, which was created by the artist Carolina Aramillo with 75 pieces of Venetian mosaic. One of the icons ubicated in the Plazoleta Jairo Varela is the Jairo's trumpet, and something curious is that the trumpet says Nietzsche, and underneath the pavilions you can hear the music of the group, and besides this area the lyrics of some of the songs. For all of that, Plazoleta Jairo Varela won the prize for infrastructure and urbanism.
An obligatory point for the tourists that come to Cali is the museum dedicated to Jairo Varela. This museum is located in the square that bears the same name and is a very important space for the salsa culture. In it, we can find the exhibition Photoprints of the Master, which has the best photos of Varela. This museum also has personal elements of the musician, such as his scores, hats, and instruments, among other pieces he used in his concerts. You can also see the dress and wig that the guarachera de Cuba, Celia Cruz, used in one of her presentations in Cali.
My name is Manuel Fajardo. I was born and raised here in Cali, capital of El Valle del Cauca. What do I think about salsa? I think it's the epitome of Los Caleños. I think it's encrypted in our DNA. We just learn to love it. Everywhere we go, it's just there, putting a mood, putting a smile in everybody. What I love about salsa is that it tells stories. It tells stories about our culture, our people, and all of that. It just becomes a big thing, a big melody, and it makes people dance. I think something that is a characteristic of us is that when we listen salsa, we can feel it in our bodies, even though most of us or some of us don't know how to dance it.